was the great Irish singer-songwriter Ronan Keating who said, "You say it best when you say nothing at all." A very romantic thing to say to a woman, of course, but a terrible quiz strategy. When Ronan came on the show, he scored 0. Doubly frustrating when you realise he secretly knew 3 of the connections on the wall: Dublin landmarks, ballads and things that are like a roller coaster. Hoping to fare better tonight are, on my right, Tom West, a solicitor who received a football medal for coming on once during the season and scoring an own goal. Hugh Trimble, an English teacher who once wore biking leathers in an adaptation of Shakespeare. And their captain, Gail Trimble, a classics lecturer who appears in a popular Latin educational DVD playing a bear. All fans of figurines, they are the Meeples. Now, in your Only Connect history, you beat the Parishioners most recently. How competitive are you feeling about tonight's game?
Very competitive. It's like when you're playing a tile-based board game and 3 of you are trying to finish the same city.
You will be competing against, on my left, Luke Kelly, a former holiday rep who once won a packet of crisps for singing karaoke in a Swedish shopping centre. Rob Cumming, a maths graduate who runs, draws, paints, scuba dives and tends to his pet rabbit, Buster. And their captain, Julia Hobbs, a modern languages graduate who's frightened of crossing the road. All in the quiz business, they are the Inquisitors. You beat the Snake Charmers in your last game. What do you think is the secret to Only Connect success?
Getting the wall, which we've so far not managed to do.
What you tend to do is you get 2 groups usually and then struggle with the last 2.
Yes. It seems to have followed us. So this time, get the wall.
Good luck. We tossed a coin before the match. Meeples, you won the toss, but you've elected to put the Inquisitors in first. So, Julia, please choose a hieroglyph.
Lion, please.
Lion. What is the connection between these apparently random clues? Here's the first.
I think it's capitalised, so that could mean something.
Next, please.
Eton Rugby.
Could they be schools together? I don't know what Icefield would mean though. Next, please.
English Coren.
Is that a sport, Coren?
Oh, hang on. Ice hockey, field hockey. Eton Fives, Rugby Fives. I think...
Next, please.
I think they're all versions of the same.
Go on, Luke.
Oh, they can
all versions
of... Like hockey, both of them are a version of hockey, rugby league, rugby union.
Give me a nice clean summary of your answer, please.
They are different versions of the same sport.
You knew it after only 3 clues, didn't you, Luke?
Yeah.
They are all versions of the same sport. What sports?
Hockey.
Hockey.
Fives.
Mm-hmm. English Coren.
No.
But that's the
Is
one
it some
you knew
kind of,
of,
I know, but I think it's some kind of bowling.
It's billiards. And the last one, rugby, of course.
Yep.
Well done for 1 point. Meeples, what would you like?
Twisted flax, please.
Twisted flax. What is the... It's the music question. What is the connection between these musical clues? Here's the first.
Tell me where you from, where you wanna go. Why she walk past me like I ain't say a word. Stood there like
Next.
It's how it started. Just an example of how another brother can trample. Ruin your life, with your wife. Watch your behind. There was a friend of mine named Jay. Would come over late
Next,
at night.
please. Next.
Once there was this kid.
That's some Crash Dummies, isn't it?
Got into an accident and caught it compass.
They all contain the sound mmm.
Yes, they do. What did we hear?
The last one was by the Crash Test Dummies.
Yes.
The previous one was Mbop by Hanson. And the others were not ones I know.
Things that make you go, CNC Music Factory and yeah. Austin Mahone featuring Pitbull. You said that so beautifully. So many of our contestants have terrible sinus problems. Most of them would really struggle to give the answer to that question, so particularly well done. The Hanson brothers have a brewery based in Tulsa. What do you think that brewery is called?
Hop.
I mean, it is called Hops. Very well done, well guessed. If we had bonuses, you would get one for that. Back to you, Inquisitors, for a choice.
Eye of horse, please.
The eye of horse. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Cuts of a mouse down.
Next, please. Next, please.
Alison Williams and Girls.
Does she got a character name?
She does.
Next, please.
2 seconds.
Oh, Hitchcock.
Is the right answer. What do you recognise?
Stuart Pearce's autobiography is called Psycho.
Yes.
November birthstone is Topaz.
Yes, 1969 film set in the Cold War.
Cutter of Mousetails, I can only think of as being The Farmer's Wife.
The Farmer's Wife, one of Hitchcock's silent films.
Oh, OK. And Alison Williams in Girls, is she called Marnie?
She is called Marnie.
Ah.
The connection
There we
is
are.
Alfred Hitchcock. Very well done. Do you know when Stuart Pearce signed for Nottingham Forest in 1985, he was so nervous that his football career wouldn't pan out that he advertised in the matchday programme his services as an electrician. Those were the days, weren't they? Mind you, I'm not sure I'd want an electrician called Psycho.
No.
It's not really what you look to them for, is it? Very well done. Back to you, Meeples, for a choice.
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Presume something more like 19th century. I don't know, could be anything. Next. Something used like a video or a... Yeah. Next. Like, obviously Morse or beacons.
Like a flashing light.
Yeah, like beacons or something. Yeah. Next. Pigeons. Pigeons.
Is the right answer. Which of these clues did you know about?
To deliver mail, I suppose, is the most plausible, but yeah, I don't really know about any of them, to be honest.
This first clue is from a long time ago. 18th century Rothschilds. They stayed ahead of the markets by sending pigeons across Europe with information, and the legend is that they knew the result of the Battle of Waterloo before the government did, because their pigeons came in so quickly. The second clue is about a great story. It was a company called Unlimited wanted to demonstrate how bad the internet speeds were in South Africa, so they sent a pigeon 60 miles with a data stick, and by the time it arrived, only 4% of the data had arrived over the internet. The pigeon was faster, and the third one is to do with the Allies on D-Day. All connected by pigeons. Well done. Inquisitors, what would you like?
Horned Viper, please.
The Horned Viper. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Oh, is it, university, polytechnics that have become universities? That's a university name, I think.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
OK. My esteemed colleague thinks that these are all polytechnics that have become universities.
It is the name change that happened when polytechnics became universities. Very well done.
Very good.
There are all the clues. What did Anglia Polytechnic change its name to?
Is that Anglia Ruskin University?
It is now. Initially, it was Anglia Polytechnic University. Bit resistant to change. They're now Anglia Ruskin University. Yeah, so there are signs up in Cambridge that say Cambridge, home to Anglia Ruskin University.
Yeah.
Very well done for 3 points. One question remains, the water question. That'll be for you, Meeples. I expect there'll be picture clues. Something connects them. What is it? Your time starts now.
Well, that's the, like, what could be a zodiac. Next. Black and white, could be ebony and ivory. It's not jet, so it's not gladiators. Yeah, zodiac, yeah. Next. So it's 88. It's all 88.
Yeah, that's it.
Keys. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the first one is, but should we go for it? Okay. Yeah. 88.
88 is the right answer. Didn't need to see the fourth clue. What's that fourth clue?
That is the DeLorean in Back to the Future.
It's the DeLorean in Back to the Future.
Greatest film ever made.
It is the greatest film ever made.
It is.
Yeah.
And why would that be a clue?
Because that's how fast you have to go to go back, forward in time if you
That's
have the
right.
right energy
88
source.
miles per hour.
88 miles per hour. Although the website Popular Mechanics calculated that DeLorean could not have achieved the speed of 88 miles per hour in that parking lot. I mean, you've got to pass the time somehow, haven't you? Waiting for the grave. They calculated that. And what are the other clues?
Two fat ladies, so that's 88 in bingo calling.
That's right.
A piano which has 88 keys,
That's right.
and something to do with the constellations.
88 constellations?
There are 88 constellations. That's absolutely right. Do you know the full name of that great woman, Clarissa Dixon Wright, from the Two Fat Ladies? Her full name was Clarissa Teresa Philomena Eileen Mary Josephine Agnes Elsie Trilby Louise Esmeralda Dixon Wright. And they changed their name to the same thing university. These are the options that are available. People have no imagination these days. Very well done. That means at the end of round 1, the Meeples have 4 points, the Inquisitors have 5. Sequences round now, and Inquisitors, you'll be going first again. Which hieroglyph would you like?
Lime, please.
OK, you're about to see the first in a sequence. I want to know what might come forth. Your time starts now.
Okay.
Next, please.
Largest Spanish-speaking country by population.
I think. Yeah, so then what will be? No, the first. No, let's go to the first.
The largest must be Mexico, I think.
Brazil's Portuguese. Next, please.
No, it's first Mexico.
First, Mexico.
Is the right answer. And why?
Oh, it's population, Spanish-speaking populations.
Spanish-speaking populations by size. That's right. There are 46 million people in Spain, 48 million in Colombia, 52 million in the USA, 41 million native speakers and 11.6 million bilingual speakers. And how many do you think in Mexico?
Oof. No, it's over 100 million, I think.
121 million Spanish speakers in Mexico. Didn't you used to live in Spain, Luke?
I did.
How good is your spoken Spanish?
It's pretty fluent.
Can you say,
Uh-oh.
this quiz is more difficult than I expected, but the host is younger and more attractive?
Este concurso es más difícil de lo que había imaginado, pero la presentadora es mucho más guapa de lo que imaginaba también.
That's nice. Why can't that be the trailer? Why can't it be the trailer? Absolutely lovely. Meeples, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
The 2 reads. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Yeah.
Which could be most abbreviations by size.
Next. Yeah,
Yes, that's
so it's going to be LHR, like most.
Yes. Yeah, must be.
LHR.
Is the right answer, and why is that?
They're airports in the UK, abbreviations probably going up to the one with the most flights,
Airports in
busiest.
London.
London airports by size, and the code for London Heathrow, LHR. Well done. Didn't you used to live in Luton Airport, Hugh?
No.
I was just trying to balance out the anecdote. Very well done. A friend of mine who's very frightened of flying, even more frightened than me, once went and spent the weekend in Gatwick Airport because he thought you could spend the weekend there. You know, if you went to sleep on a chair, people often have to when the flights are delayed, and you can shop in the shops and eat in the places, and you'd be so happy that you didn't have to get on a plane. You'd have a much better time than if you actually flew anywhere. Inquisitors, back to you for a choice.
Twisted flax, please.
The twisted facts. These are going to be picture clues. What would come forth of these pictures? Here's the first.
Next, please. Next, please.
Let's know this in alphabetical. First one for base. What's the base? What's the second one?
Picture of somebody skydiving.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Meeples, you've got the chance of a bonus point.
Is it a parachute with 3 ropes? Somebody parachuting with 3 ropes?
You don't know what these people are doing. You're my kind of people. I don't really approve of this sort of thing. They are base jumping. And the pictures denote building, antenna, span. I want something that represents Earth. Earth. Different parts of base jumping. What do you think the fatality rate was for base jumping in 2002?
20%.
It was 1 fatality per 60 participants. Not quite 20%, pretty awful. Although, here's a good true fact. What job has a fatality rate of 1 in 11? American presidents. So no points there, but for the right reasons, I think. Meeples, what would you like?
Water, please.
Yes, the water question. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
It's a large amount of time. It's going to go on to something. Next. Okay. Well, the first one has a silent E. The second one has a silent B.
That's true.
No, silent A, silent B, silent
Yeah.
C, silent
D.
What would have a silent D?
With DJ involved, like a Django.
Yes, Benny and Django.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Djibouti
And why would that be?
has a silent D at the beginning of it.
Something with a silent D. We went with Rembrandt. Very well calculated. What's going on in this sequence?
The first one has a silent A at the beginning, because it's Eon. And the second one has a silent B. So, yeah, silent C, silent D, alphabetical order.
Exactly right. I've been given a list of possible acceptable answers. I mean, let me run these by you. Handsome, sandwich, fridge, knowledge. Sometimes I think the people that work on this show can't even speak. Edge, bridge, you can hear the D's in all of these. Djibouti, however, I will accept. Very well done. Inquisitors, what will it be?
Eye of horse, please.
Eye of horse. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Archbishops of Canterbury, maybe.
Next, please.
Not to do with coats and crowns and
Next, please. Oh, so what's next? Is it Carrington? It's going backwards. Carrington. It's Carrington. Next is Carrington.
Okay, yeah, come.
Carrington.
Is the right answer. And why is it the right answer?
They are the surnames of the character played by Joan Collins in Dynasty, going backwards. So she was Carrington, Colby, Dexter, Rowan. Alexis Carrington, Colby, Dexter, Rowan.
They are not Archbishops of Canterbury, as I heard you consider early on. I don't think that was on the list. The husbands of Alexis in Dynasty. Yes, she came into the series originally as Blake Carrington's terrifying yet beautiful ex-wife. She was Alexis Carrington. Then she married his great rival Cecil Colby. Under what circumstances? Where did that wedding take place?
He was on his deathbed, I believe.
And why was he there?
I can't quite remember. Had somebody shot him?
An evening with Alexis had proved a little bit too
yes.
exciting
Yes,
for
that's
Cecil
right,
Colby's
yes.
poor heart.
Yes.
And he ended up in hospital where she quickly married him. And it was Dexter, and then the evil Sean Rowan. What happened to Sean Rowan?
I don't know. I think I stopped watching by that point.
Do you know what happened to Sean Rowan?
No clue.
Do you literally? It's all just noise, isn't it? It's all just noise. He was killed by Dexter, the previous husband. After he tried to kill Alexis, Dex stepped in. I'm in my comfort zone now. Very well done. Meeples, one question remains. The horned viper. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next. It's not behind this guy when he died. Like a pudding and pie. Made them cry, but it isn't in that either.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, bye bye, Miss American Pie. It was dry. It was rye. Die. Die.
That's not very nice.
Sorry.
But it is the right answer, and why?
Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my sherry to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Let me
Oh,
stop
boys.
you there. We had some beautiful singing from you in an earlier game. Why would you be speaking this answer when you could be singing it? Come on.
Ahem.
Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die.
Absolutely magnificent. Don McLean's classic 1971 song, American Pie. Beautiful. And that means at the end of round 2, the Inquisitors have 9 points, the Meeples have 12. And of course, we now reach the connecting wall, the 16 jumbled up clues that must be sorted into 4 connected groups of 4. You'll be going first this time, Meeples. So would you like lion or water?
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Well, there are some, like, Kent court
You also-
pieces.
you've got-
Battle is one.
Yeah, and you've got
Gap.
importance being earnest characters are in there.
Yes, yes.
There's vestments. Let me do the vestments.
Yeah, it's surplus manifold. You've got the
Yes.
tour.
Good.
Well done. That's well
Okay,
done.
importance of being earnest. Worthing, Fairfax, Prison,
Chasuble.
and Chasuble.
Chasuble
And
is one.
Hastings. No, not Hastings. So,
3 lives now, plenty of time.
okay. So, towns in Sussex.
Of Britain,
Yeah.
Tour of Britain, Battle of Britain, Festival of Britain,
Oh,
Britain.
well done.
Britain.
Well done.
Yeah.
and then
So you've got Gatwick,
Worth,
Hastings,
Gatwick, Hastings,
Hailsham.
Hailsham are all in Sussex.
Sussex.
I'm pretty sure they're all in Sussex.
What about, are they all in?
Well, they're not. Or it could be. I mean, I was going to say Kent, but Gatwick is definitely in
Gatwick
Sussex,
is
isn't
in
it?
Sussex.
Okay, good. So,
Yeah, they're
Battle
definitely-
is it of Britain? Tour of Britain, is it?
Yeah, it's a,
Okay.
Yeah, what? It's easy. Just press it. Just finished. Just solve it quickly. Very well done. That's 4 points immediately for the groups. And let's go through the connections, starting with the blue group, Maniple.
They are all priestly vestments.
They are ecclesiastical garments. And the second group, starting Chasuble.
These are surnames of characters in The Importance of Being Earnest.
That's exactly right. And Chasuble, of course, is the red herring for the vestments group. Let's move on to the next group, Battle, Tour, Festival, Brain,
They can all be followed by of Britain.
followed by of Britain. And Gatwick, Hastings, Worth, Hailsham.
All places in Sussex.
They're all places in Sussex. As I mentioned earlier, Gatwick, lovely place to go for the weekend.
Of course.
So that is 4 points for the groups you found, 4 more points for the connections, a bonus of 2 for getting it all right. That is the maximum of 10. Very well done. Let's bring in their opponents now, the Inquisitors. Give them the other wall, the water wall. See what they can do about solving it. You have 2.5 minutes to solve the water wall, starting now.
Right.
Nanky Poo, Peekbo, Coco,
Characters in
Yum Yum.
Cargo.
Yum Yum, Nanky Poo.
Peekbo.
I think so. Coco?
Coco.
No, that's right.
Pish tush.
Okay. Yum Yum.
Pish tush. Peekbo. No.
Nanky Poo.
Okay, Peekbo. Yum yum. Pish tush. No, we've done that
Okay,
one.
I tell you what. I think we can get rid of Yum Yum as a cake. So is the Berliner.
Oh, okay, yeah, donuts. Donut
Yeah,
cakes
donut cakes. Yeah.
specifically.
Gravy ring.
Patty cake.
Let's give it a go.
Gravy ring.
No, that doesn't. What about Pish Tush? No,
What
Berliner.
is a cake?
Let's go. Let's do them. Yum Yum, Pish Tush.
Berlin.
Berliner.
Berliner.
Let's try this.
Gorilla.
Gorillas. Guy. Coco.
Yeah. Katisha sounds like a very.
Tisha.
Nice. You look at the others.
Joyo, that's it. Or Joyo, whatever that is. Oh, that could be another weird cake.
What have we not had for the Mikado?
Heaven and fabric clubs as well. Other clubs. Heaven,
Fabric.
fabric,
Cargo.
cocoa.
No.
X and Y. Is that one?
Could be. Yes.
Okay, so we've got them. So Guy the Gorilla.
Guy the Gorilla.
Katisha sounds like.
Tisha. Harambe. We've done that. Pip Munchkin. No. Yum Yum.
No, Yum Yum I think is still with the cakes.
Gravy ring must be a cake because it's not going to be a name or in the Mikado.
So what else have we got? What else have we got for?
Guy, Harambe. I think
Yum Yum.
Katisha.
Could Yum Yum be a gorilla?
Come on, give it a go.
No.
Okay, try gravy ring, yum yum. Berliner.
Munchkin.
Just try. Cool.
3
So
lives
Gorilla, I
now.
won't push it. Guy.
Harambe.
Yeah, and then Nanky Poo. And that's
Harambe.
the gorilla.
Patty cake. So we've got Pish Tush, Peekbo, Katisha, Nanky Poo.
Katisha doesn't sound very.
No.
Not patty
Patty
cake.
cake for the gorillas or for the Mikado?
Gorillas. We've not got much time.
Let's try Katisha.
That's it. You solved the wall. Had to happen eventually. Very well done.
Hooray.
What about points for the connections? Tell me about the first group. Heaven, Zoyo or Exo... Oh, Fabric Cargo.
They're all nightclubs.
They are nightclubs in London.
Yeah.
What about the green group? Munchkin, Gravy Ring, Berliner, Yum Yum.
They're all types of cake, more specifically donuts.
They are. The gravy ring is a Northern Irish ring donut. It's a sense of gravy as grease or fat.
Ah,
not gravy as we know it.
okay.
All types of dough-based food. And what about the next group? Cocoa, patty cake, harambe, guy.
They're all famous gorillas.
Famous gorillas, absolutely right. And the turquoise group, Peepo, Katisha, Nankipu, Pishtash.
They're characters from the Mikado.
They certainly are. So that is 4 more points for the connections and a bonus of 2. That's the maximum of 10 points. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Inquisitors have 19 points. The Meeples have 22. We are going to play the missing vowels round. Very close scores. This will determine who goes and who stays. I like both these teams tremendously, so good luck, everyone. Fingers on buzzers. The first group are all forms of punishment. Meeples? Too long, I'm afraid. Inquisitors, do you know?
100 lions.
I'm afraid 100 lines is not right. Next clue. Meeples?
Life imprisonment.
Correct. Inquisitors?
Naughty step.
Correct. Meeples?
Community service.
Correct. Next category, real people added to phrases. Inquisitors?
Don't beat around the Kate Bush.
Correct. Inquisitors?
Kill 2 birds with 1 Sharon stone.
Well done. Inquisitors?
Once in a blue Keith moon.
Yes, it is. Inquisitors?
Water under the Wayne Bridge.
Correct. Next category, financial terms that are usually abbreviated. Inquisitors?
Value added tax.
Or VAT. Meeples?
Individual savings account.
Or ISA. Inquisitors?
International Monetary Fund.
The IMF. Inquisitors?
Gross domestic product.
Or GDP. No more questions, no more clues. The bell has gone. It's the end of the quiz. And the winners with 27 points and through to the next round are the Inquisitors. Very well done. A great round for Meeples. What a brilliant team you've been. So musical, so brilliant, but just out-buzzed on those missing vowels. Unlucky. I'm afraid we have to say goodbye. And that's it. That is the end of the show. We are all off to the bar, where this faux ambience of bonhomie we maintain for the cameras will give way to an icy atmosphere of base, naked vindictiveness. Goodbye.